Lefebvre Moeder Overste.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. This is the Moeder Overste Tripel from the Lefebvre Brewery from Belgium. And this is the brewery that also produces the Barber range of beers. And they also do a range of beers called Clove. So if you've ever come across them, this is all the same brewery. I don't know why they do three different brands of beer, but that's what they do. And they're not bad from what I can remember. The Barber stuff I really liked. That was a good one. This brewery have been going quite a long time, so they should be good at what they do. And it's a brewery, as I say, that does three different ranges. I think it's three different ranges of beers. But the Barber stuff is available on Beers of Europe. I reviewed it on the channel. As I say, that was quite nice. But they have got a bit of a religious thing going. The Clove range of beers was actually named after an abbey that I think is no more now. That abbey was founded in the 1200s, but it's no more now. But that's what that range of beer is named after. And this stuff, this Moeder Overste, is the triple that they do. Moeder Overste, I think that's how it's pronounced, probably not like that, but it's not far off, is Flemish for Mother Superior. Hence the picture of a nun drinking beer. I don't know how based on reality that is, but I don't know many nuns that drink beer, especially not 8% Belgian triples, which is what this is. Now, there's a religious sort of section to this. But one thing that does confuse me, I don't know what it is, I don't know why they do it, but this is a brewery that's based in the Walloon part of Belgium, which of course is the French-speaking part. But that, of course, is Flemish. I don't know why they do that. It's strange because I know they're bilingual. Well, most people are anyway. But I do know a few French speakers who don't speak Flemish. I don't know whether they refuse or they just haven't got round to it. But they don't speak Flemish, and vice versa as well. I know some Flemish people or Belgian Flemish speaking people who don't speak French, which is unusual. But yeah, that always confuses me when they have a Flemish name on a Walloon brewery beer. Anyway, enough about that. Yeah, it's a triple. You know what triples I like triples. They're really nice beers, usually light in colour, quite strong as well. The doubles that you get are slightly lower ABV, but that's not the hard and fast rule. There is, of course, exceptions to this rule. And I still haven't worked it out to this day, because I've seen dark triples before, I've seen light quadruples before. There really is no rhyme or reason. Someone, I think one of the subscribers mentioned on the channel that grain bill was different. I don't know how true that is, but it's one of them things that maybe some learned Belgian brewer will tell me one day. Not today though. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get this beer investigated. Right, this is a Belgian triple. It is 8%, as I just mentioned. It's in a flip top bottle, which isn't the norm. I have seen these beers in taller 330ml bottles, I should say, or 33 centilitre bottles with just a cap on it. But this has got the flip top on it, very much like the Barber stuff. I urge you to look at that review. That was a really nice beer. I was really impressed with that. That was a good one. What else have we got? That's about it, really. No information on the website as to what's in the ingredients. The ingredients here are water, barley malt, glucose, fructose syrup. Oh, that's interesting. It's got dextrose in it as well. Wow, why would you put dextrose and glucose in it? Now I know dextrose is a form of sugar as well. I think it's fermentable. I don't know why they would put the two in there. And of course you've got all the yeasty goodness that's going on with these, but dextrose and glucose. There's a bit of an alarm bell there. I hope this isn't going to be the sweet fest that some of these triples do. Anyway, let's find out, see what it's all about. Right. Fuck me, that went bang. Jesus, that's probably due to all the carbonation in here. Now, there is a reason that I'm reviewing a Belgian triple and not a double and not a Bavarian Helles or a cold beer. I don't know how it happens, but the fridge, the door wasn't shut properly. So it's just chilled, no more. So I'm probably going to get a bit more of the flavours than usual. Now, they do say on the website either drink this really cold or at 10 degrees, and I would imagine this is around 10 degrees. So you've got a choice. They're basically saying drink it cold or warm. And I'm pouring this out to try and get some of the head on it, because at 8% that's going to dissipate quite quickly. Now that's got lots of carbonation, and I'm getting a bit of a smell on that I'm not sure about. Yeah, this doesn't smell too great actually. It's very sweet, and that glucose syrup is huge. That, I think, is what is giving it that aroma. Oh, there's a little bit of spice on there now, and orange as well. I'm getting some orange. I'm saying orange. It's almost like a clementine. You know, that bitter. Is it clementines or bitter or mandarins? I'm not sure. The ones, them small bitter oranges. That's what it smells like. There's a little faint aroma of clove on that. But that, when I opened it up, that was huge on that glucose. There it is, it's quite murky. Lots of carbonation, but the head is dissipating. So let's drink it before it all goes. Bottoms up. Wow. First mouthful, as always, is ethanol. That's going to go down, and that's going to warm. Right. Now let's get onto the flavour. I'll dive in again. The ethanol is huge, really is big, but there is some caramel malt on that finish. Now, with all that dextrose and glucose and sugary type flavour that's in there, the last thing I would have expected was a caramel malt note on it, but that's exactly what I'm getting. And it isn't too bad actually, but I will say, because this is warm, the ethanol is huge. That dominates. Now, when I talk about the right temperature to serve beer, a lot of it is down to taste. Of course, you can drink beer at any temperature you want. You know, there's no rule saying you can't. It's not like tea or coffee. You have to drink it. You know, tea usually quite hot, coffee not so hot, because you don't want to scorch the beans when you pour the water in. But beer, you can You can drink warm, you can drink cold. Usually, bottom fermented beers are better cold. Top fermented beers are better slightly warmer. But this is more or less room temperature now, and the ethanol accent on this is huge. But the colder you drink it, the less of that ethanol you'll get in every mouthful. As I say, the only reason I'm drinking it at this temperature is because the fridge door wasn't shut properly. It's still got a little bit of a chill on it, but it's not much. One advantage is you do get all the flavours, and I'm getting quite a lot of flavours here. As I'm talking and drinking, I'm getting more and more. I can get a very faint hint of bitter orange. There's some caramel malt that I'm getting on the finish, which is quite unusual. There's a sweetness, yeah, but dominating is the ethanol. So I'm giving you a review of this beer as to what it would taste like if you drank it just very slightly chilled. I'd imagine if this was cold, I wouldn't get half the ethanol that I'm getting on this now. There's some clovey notes on there. A little bit of spice, pepper, white pepper, a little touch of coriander, a little bit of herbal coriander on there as well. And it's nice, but the aroma on this is just ethanol as well. And it's 8%, and I have drunk stronger Belgian beers than this, and the ethanol wasn't as big. So they're really going for it on that stakes. And I've probably not helped matters by leaving the fucking fridge door, or not. I didn't leave it open. I don't know what happened there. I think I've got a couple of things on top of it, and I think it must have not sealed properly. But this isn't as cold as it should be, which is a good thing really, because if you pull them straight out of the fridge, the Belgian beers, you have them cold, and when I say cold, I mean cold, if you know what I mean sort of 5 degrees and below, then I think you're missing out on some of the flavours. But if you just want a beer to get down your neck, then, well, really, you shouldn't be doing 8% beers if you want a refreshing drink. These are called degustation beers, which you have to savour to get the flavour, if you know what I mean. But it's quite nice, it's quite smooth. I haven't got a lot of problems with this. When I first opened, that horrible glucosey, sweet type of aroma that you get from macro brewed lagers that have got a lot of glucose syrup in there, that's what I was getting, but that's not there now. And this is quite nice. There is a little touch, it's almost like honey. You know, if you ever smell Gale's honey, you get a little bit of that type of flavour, but there's a lot of spice on this as well. Pepper, as I say, pepper, coriander, herbal notes, clove as well. And there's also something else, and I'm trying to put my finger on it, and I can't. It's like I don't know. It's almost woody, like. If you ever smelt planed wood, this sounds so fucking pretentious, doesn't it? Planed wood. But it is, it's got a little hint of that. Freshly sawn wood. I mean, that sound like a right fucking ponce. This is the sort of thing wine drinkers do, isn't it? Oh, I'm getting a bouquet of, I don't know, moon dust, and a little sprinkle of fucking, I don't know, dog shit, if it's probably wine, but yeah, there's definitely something on there. And I'm going to fucking put the brakes on it, because I don't want to sound pretentious. I know that most people that watch my videos, they want an honest review, and they want to know what sort of flavours they're getting. I watch some reviewers, and they're talking all kinds of fucking bullshit, and I nearly went into it there, but I swear I was getting a little hint of wood. It's very subtle, but it is there. Oh, I sound like a right fucking tosser now, don't I? A bouquet of freshly sawn wood. Fuck off. This is nice. And do you know what? And it's going down really nice as well. I don't know what it is. It's my first drink of the day. It is... Cool. It is 10 to 9. It is the 17th of October, 2021. And I'm quite liking this. This is not bad at all. I had reservations when I opened it, but this ain't too bad. So what is the verdict on Moeder Overste Tripel from the Lefebvre Brewery? It's not bad, I have to say. I had me reservations about it when I opened it. It was, and the dextrose and the glucose as well. You either find one or the other, dextrose or glucose. Dextrose, you really only find in Belgian beer. That's the only place I've ever seen it listed on the ingredients. Whether they're using it elsewhere, I don't know, because they don't list the ingredients on other beers. I think they should make that a fucking law. Everything that goes in a beer should be on the side of it. They do it with food. Why not beer? Yeah, well, don't get me started. I won't go into rant mode. But all jokes aside, this is a good beer. And it's not cheap, I will say that. I think I paid bordering on £4 for this. And the only reason I bought it was because I've tried the Barber stuff from this brewery and it was really good. So I thought I would check this out. And this is not a bad triple as it goes. In fact, it's quite nice. I really like it. Is it the best triple? No, it's not. But it is not bad. It's certainly drinkable. Would I buy it again if I was in Belgium? Yeah. If I saw it, I'd have a go. And if I saw the bottle, I would recommend it to people. So yeah, that's, you know, that's testimony to how good it is. Yeah, nice. Very smooth, even at warm temperatures. Ethanol's big. You need your palate to adjust to get used to that ethanol. But it's nice. And surprisingly, a fair amount of caramel malt in it. You've also got the other yeasty esters and the wood. Fuck, did I really say that? What a fucking tosser. The coriander, the clove, the usual suspects that you find in a Belgian beer. A little bit of bitter orange in there as well. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good one. I'm going to give that an 8.5 because I quite rate that. Would I buy it again? At £4 a bottle, I would be torn because they do Vestmaal up in the Morrisons for, I think, under £3. So, I mean, that is one of the best triples out there, and I wouldn't spend an extra £1 on this if that was available. But it ain't bad. And as I say, if I was in Belgium and they had this, I would definitely buy it again. But I wouldn't go out of my way. Put it that way. if your class of going to Belgium is out of your way, well, it is for me. So yeah, not bad at all. I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. I'll recommend it as well. If you're feeling flush and you just want to try a little triple that's something a little bit different, then yeah, see if you can get the freshly sawn wood out of this. But yeah, there you go. And remember, beer is working class champagne.